Hello, my name is David Welch, and today I'll be discussing a Giving Voice to Values business case, called Benny and the Jets. It's a story about Benny Gordon. He works for a public utility in the state of North Carolina, Jet Energy, and he's been aware for about 2 years of an accounting method or an accounting error, which results in overstating expenses and understating profitability. Most public utilities are regulated on their profitability level at some predetermined level, so that if they begin to exceed that, they need to lower their rates to their customers. He's been silent for 2 years. Coming forward now may lead to problems for both himself as well as the entire organization. However, ethically, he knows and he understands that he has to do something to correct this matter. Also, it would not only be unethical, it's more than likely illegal, because he is in fact fully aware of this scheme to avoid lowering the rates to the customers. He's made a decision to come forward. He just needs to understand what his best options are. His options might include ignoring the matter and hope no one finds out about it. I don't believe that's a very good option. He could report this to his supervisor, address the matter with his direct supervisor, and allow the company to develop a plan to reveal it to the public as well as correct it in the future. Or he could go directly to the state regulatory board as a whistleblower, hopefully gain some protections afforded by the Whistleblower Act, and possibly avoid jail time and personal repercussions. Some of the potential arguments there: why did he wait 2 years? And that's going to be a tall one for him to answer. Perhaps he didn't have all of the facts. Perhaps he was not aware of the scheme at all. Maybe he just didn't fully understand exactly how the reporting was being done, but that's going to be a problem. He could be fired because management probably is aware of it and they probably support it, and so he could be on the outs that way, loses his job, and he also could potentially face legal consequences, because if he did know about it for 2 years and did nothing, there's some answers there. The companies could be fined pretty substantially, as well as having to rebate to the customers a lot of their fees that they've collected. Again, what's at stake? Gordon's personal integrity and his reputation. At the end of the day, that's all we really have, is our integrity and reputation. And as accountants, it's especially critical that you maintain your integrity, or else you might be needing to find another line of work. The reputation and integrity of all the people in the organization, but especially those managers that are above him in his chain of command, that probably are aware of the underreporting scheme. Jet Energy, their reputation with the public, that's very important for a monopoly type utility to have a high level of trust with their customers, so that they can continue in their venture. They're going to lose. They could lose their reputation with the state regulatory board, which could bring about increased audits and a few other potential problems that way. And then it's shareholders. Shareholders have an expectation, a very realistic expectation of accurate reporting, and regardless if it's up or down, they want accurate numbers, and they have the company has an obligation to provide that. Gordon could also be found criminally liable, face not only losing his job but jail time, and his reputation, and potential financial penalties as well. Ethically, when an error is made, it needs to be reported. That's the bottom line, regardless of how long it's been going on. For whatever reasons you put it off, it just needs to be taken care of. If the matter were to be found by the state auditors, the penalties would probably be far more harsh, and they would be not forgiving to Gordon himself, and he would have some real problems there. And again, the public trust is really important. And if the company self-reveals this, then they could potentially regain some of the trust by an immediate refund to the customers, and as a show of good faith. So at the end of the day, I really believe the right thing to do is to report it up through his supervisor and make it very clear that he will continue elevating the matter until it's resolved. If it's ineffective to report this through his supervision, then he needs to go to the state regulatory board, hopefully gain some protections there, and get the matter corrected. But no matter what he does, he has to get this reported.